If you were to choose just one part of your personality to develop that would virtually guarantee your success, persistence would be your choice. Persistence is going to keep you going in the face of almost every obstacle that you can imagine. It is based upon your focus being directed towards the positive polarity in life. Its negative brother will bring you nothing but miserable disappointments, heartache, and tears. His name, of course, is stubbornness. So you want to stay on the positive polarity. It's a well-documented fact that a high percentage of all goals that are set are abandoned, usually fairly early. Numerous dreams fade and are lost because this one great quality has never been developed. And it's not that people don't try, they do. However, for the most part, individuals who fail to develop persistence are operating with a misconception, which very likely results from their ignorance of the law of cause and effect. That's a law that Emerson referred to as the law of laws. Now, it's generally believed that a lack of persistence is caused by a weak willpower. Build an image in your mind of a hypothetical individual. We'll let this person be represented by our mind-body illustration that we've been using. Then say this person also believes that a weak willpower is the cause of a lack of persistence. Now, this person could be attempting to win a battle that's never going to be won. The cause of their problem lies in the image that they're emotionally involved with. You see, their problem is then compounded with the false belief that their behavior is the primary cause of their unwanted result.
Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what's using my life? Behave, think, react because of some previous experience that we've had. One of the things that we know about life is that it is always changing.
Behavior is always a secondary cause of results. The primary cause of a result is the image that is firmly planted in the subconscious mind, which must be expressed in behavior. I want you to realize that. You take a look at results, you've got to clearly understand that behavior is a secondary cause. We say behavior causes results, and it does.
Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Sometimes things go real well, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you're sad. Now that's that thing called life.
The imagination is going to win hands down every time. I'm not suggesting the will does not have to be developed. It does. It must become highly developed. However, the will always directs you toward the image you are emotionally involved with. Think of a person who is 50 pounds overweight. That shouldn't be too difficult for you. And you've just met this person and they've gone on a diet to lose weight. 5 years later, they're 50 pounds overweight, and they're still going on a diet to lose weight. They honestly believe that their problem is a lack of willpower because they persist to adhere to the habitual behavior, the unwanted behavior of eating the forbidden fruit. This person has failed to create an image of the new result they desire, a vision of themselves at their perfect weight. And therefore, they've never properly planted such an image in their subconscious mind.
That you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. But during those down moments, that's where the growth takes place. That's where the work is. See, anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships. Anybody could be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. The real challenge The real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down.
Now, their willpower is working probably very well, but it is directing them toward the expression of the old unwanted image that they're still emotionally involved with. See, the old image is being expressed through the behavioral patterns that'll cause the repeated manifestation of the old image. And they get the same results over and over and over and over again. They're on a diet forever. The individual's real problem is a lack of understanding of what is causing the results that they're getting in their life. Results they do not want, the results they're attempting to change. They view their behavior as the cause of their unwanted results. And they repeatedly attempt to be persistent in changing those behavioral patterns, but fail time and time again. You see, their habitual behavior is a natural expression of the image that's deeply planted in their subconscious mind. There's not a person alive who is able to persist in the change of a behavior without altering the image which is causing that behavior.
Are you going through it or are you growing through it? Are you bigger and better because of it? Because it's not going to leave you until you grow through it. As you're in the process of reinventing your life, write a description of the kind of person that you want to be. What are the things that you must overcome? What qualities about your personality you know that you're going to have to change because those particular characteristics are liabilities to you? What are your assets? What are your strong points? Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you're going to take yourself where you want to go.
When you're attempting to change behavior, your persistence must be continually connected to your desired vision. A vision that you're emotionally involved with. Your intellectual factors hold the potential for enormous good when they're properly employed. However, you must remember that everything has an opposite. And any one of your intellectual factors can turn without warning into a destructive, lethal enemy when they're not directed towards the results that are wanted. You see, it's not difficult to find an individual who's persistently doing what they don't want to do and achieving results they don't want to achieve. A lack of persistence is not their problem. How they're using their persistence is. Ignorance and paradigms are the enemy that we must defeat. Everyone is persistent. Our objective must be to put persistence to work for us rather than against us.
And you can either let it destroy your life or you can build upon it. You can decide that you're going to stand up to life. You can decide that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last. You have the power to make that decision. You can decide I'm going to work on myself and develop myself. I'm going to empower me It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? So part of beginning to get unstuck, you've got to decide that the behavior pattern that you have adopted doesn't work for you. You've got to change your strategies, and changing your strategy means reinventing your life. Recreating you, and you have the power to do that.